Up, let us offer him a great round of applause. Good evening, everyone.
1558회 천심원 정성에 오신 여러분,
Everyone here at the 1558th Vigil Devotion, I congratulate you.
환영하고 함께하는 가운데
With the heavenly soldiers and the angels welcoming us, we are offering this devotion.
조상들과 함께 드리는
And alongside our ancestors in the spirit world, because we are offering this devotion with them,
정성 드린다면
if we offer everything we have
사에 놀라운 은혜를
and offer prayer,
될 것입니다.
the works of residence
또
will be bestowed upon us.
회의하시고
And this morning,
또 천심원 철야 정성에 오신 우리 세계 지도자들을 위해서
our world leaders who came here to this vigil devotion despite having many meetings in the morning, let us offer them a great round of applause.
오늘도 전 세계에
Today,
2만 3
around the world, we are connected to about 20,000 locations, and we have about 40,000 members
우리 신앙
attending this devotion together. Heavenly Korea,
190
Cheonwon Special District has 190 members here at the main
75명
headquarters. Summer University 75, Cheonseung Church 53, Iksan 40,
천안 순으로
Changwon and Cheonan. In this order, Heavenly Korea is participating in this devotion.
천안
Today,
교회
during Chanyang, the praise,
함께 하는 것을 보면서
while seeing,
있는데
I saw the Cheonan church members offering praise
맨 앞에서
on Zoom, and the church leader
또 우리 원로 목사님
was sitting in the very front and really diligently offering this devotion.
지키시면서 정성 드리는 것을 봤습니다. 이런 정성
And I was able to see Minister Kim Chang-gun
놀라운 역사
attend this devotion without fail and truly stacking up this foundation of devotion. Heavenly Japan,
연합국 교회는 12명이 모여서
Yonaguk Church has 12 members gathered, Nagano Church 8,
기도를 하고 그리고
and
5,440곳에 연결되어서
being connected to
그래서 열심히 오늘도 정성을
15,000
있습니다.
locations,
전 세계
we are offering
여러 나라에서
immense devotion,
주신 것을
and
감사드리고
we are truly grateful for all the participation throughout the world. Today, Changsong Church reaches their 700th vigil devotion,
올리고 있습니다.
and they are stacking the devotion
승리하시기를 바랍니다.
tower of devotion. We hope you achieve great victory.
오늘 우리 장기 수련생,
Today, our long-term workshop trainees,
일반 수련생, GPP 수련생은
our General 40-day workshop trainees, and GPP trainees altogether, we have
수련생
278, and Spirituality Academy attendance workshop trainees and spirituality workshop trainees, we have 1,189, just 189.
천성 왕님 궁전에서
These 40-day workshop trainees,
아주 중심이 되고 있습니다.
they are becoming the center
번호는 정성의 심장 같은
of the Cheonshim Won devotion. So
없는 정성으로
the main branch is basically the heart of devotion,
줘야 되겠습니다.
and we must
오늘도
sort of influence the world.
227일을 맞이해서 정성을 드리고 있습니다.
Today, our members are offering devotion in front of the detention center, facing the 227th day. In front of the detention center, we have Kwanak Church, Cheonseung Church, Kore Church, Ansan Church, and they are participating in special devotion,
미래 세대를 향한 참
spending Children's Day together.
사랑과 헌신을 다시금 마음에 새깁니다.
We're able to engrave true mother's dedication and love toward the future generations.
팔아서
Even selling the helicopter that true father once rode
참
to nurture the future generations.
희망을 향한 결단이셨습니다.
It was her determination
미래 세대가
of hope and true love for the future of this world.
통일가의 희망이라고 보여주시는 메시지였습니다.
It was a message showing that determination was the dream of our heavenly parents and the desire of humanity.
씨앗이요
Each and every one of these children are our seeds, and it is our mission and responsibility to nurture them with utmost devotion. In this 1558 Cheonshim Won vigil, for our inheritors of heaven's love and blessing, for them to grow into true leaders, we will offer our utmost devotion. From Hansan Grand Church, Pastor Song In-young sent this message. Today, we heard the song 도라이 for the first time in a long time. And I hope you roll along like a stone walking this path with providence. And stones that roll and roll are beautiful stones. Today, Chiba Nori from the Spirituality Academy gave us a very moving and inspiring testimony. When she first joined the academy, she was filled with complaints, and she went to Japan due to visa issues, and being there for 2 months, she returned back to the Spirituality Academy, and she truly changed. Things that she found hard to be grateful for, through prayer, she was able to have an attitude of gratitude. And while living a life of gratitude, she was touched by the warmth around her. And although there are language barriers, trying to love each other, trying to care for each other, and trying to understand each other, and while experiencing that culture of filling each other's lacking parts, that heart of complaints changed into a heart of gratitude and happiness. She had a great experience that shows us what rebirth is. And from now on, she is going to work that can give love and be a person who can reach out her hand first. So she gave such a testimony. And if your heart changes in such a way and your life changes in such a way, then happiness awaits you. If you complain and resent and hate about the small things, then misery awaits you. But if you live a life of gratitude, then happiness awaits you. And in Heavenly America, Cheonshim Won, we saw a video of the 5th Spirituality Workshop trainees dancing. So right now, at this very moment, 40-day workshops and spirituality workshops are being conducted throughout the world. And if we establish foundations for the spirituality workshop and spirituality academy, I believe that spiritual leaders will be nurtured. Today, our Heavenly Japan 40-day workshop trainees offered the praise, stand up. And truly, we can see that Heavenly Japan is standing up. Through the results of this great works, we can clearly see, although it is immensely difficult, through devotion, they were able to achieve grand victory. Today, Sase Ayoko, including yesterday, it turns out we only had Japanese members offering testimonies. But Sase Ayoko, she did not live in Japan, and in 2006, she started her family life in Korea and had 3 children, and it has already been 20 years since. When she started her family life, it was very happy while doing hundoke together with her husband. But then there were difficulties with the husband's career and jobs. And when the youngest was entering kindergarten, the husband had to undergo surgery once a year in the brain, in the heart, in the knees, in the throat, I believe, and even in the fingers. So, due to these surgeries, how much difficulty came financially to them.
지금도 건강하게 지내는 거 보면
And seeing her husband
놀랍게 임했다고 생각.
living healthily today, I believe that was the immense love of our heavenly parents.
심장, 무릎,
Most people, if
손가락
they have problems with their brain,
건강하게 살아가는
heart,
거 쉬운 일이 아니에요.
knees, and fingers and have cancer, it is hard to live a healthy life. But seeing him living a healthy life now,
많이 사랑해 주셨구나.
we can truly see that heavenly parents really loved
사랑을 받았음에도 불구하고
her husband. And despite receiving that love,
하고
he
그런 증세를
is irritated easily and
그런 와중에
undergoes anxiety.
일본어 교사를 하면서 새 아이를
But despite that, the wife
성리하게 되었습니다.
had to work as a Japanese teacher and raise 3 children while taking care of most of the housework.
바꿔야 되겠다.
And she
우리와 결
made a determination to change the situation somehow. And this determination is quite amazing, actually. How will you change the situation?
해서
Let us change the spiritual background.
축복을 2019년도에
So in 2019, she finished
1년도에
Ancestor Liberation and Blessing, and in 2021,
천보
while attending church alone,
복과정까지 승리를 하게
she even achieved victory of becoming a Chombo family.
힘들게 참사 원하오셨는가를
So how tough a battle it was, we can only imagine.
그러다가 천심원 특별 정성 801회에 처음으로
And
천심원 정성을 참석했는데
her first attendance of the vigil devotion was on the 801st, and her reflection on that
뚫힌 것 같다.
was like she found a highway,
801회 천심원 특별
shedding
정성이어서
tears of hope.
저는 아무리 힘들어도 매일같이
Ever since that 801st vigil devotion, no matter how difficult things were or how exhausted she was, she would attend the vigil devotion until the 100th session. And then miracles happened.
화해도 하고
Her back pain disappeared, and she was able to reconcile with her family members in Japan. And she was able to liberate central spirits of her family.
까지 전수받는
And while attending vigil devotion and offering a testimony, she was able to receive a Cheonshim robe.
시련이 오기 시작했다고 했습니다.
But after the 100th session of the vigil devotion, difficulties arose. The husband, out of anger, burned the portrait of the true parents, and
속에서
the eldest daughter dropped out of high school.
안 되는구나. 이 포기했으면은 큰일 날 텐데 사모님
And she,
상담을
despite all of this, offered more devotion. If she gave up, then I believe
정
it would have been very, very, very difficult.
우리 어머님 말씀에
But she had a consultation with
선포하시면서
the pastor's wife of her church,
부모님께서 하나하나 정리해서 하늘 부모님 아래 인류
and she said that this was a process.
이룰 것이라고
The pastor's wife said it was a process, and
것들이 하나하나 정리되는
True Mother opened the gates of heaven, and one by one, Heavenly Parent is to sort of organize the problems on this earth.
겁니다.
And we can see that this is the process of
포기하기를
things being organized and cleared out.
시련이겠지만 하늘은 정리를 위한 과정에서 이런 시험을 줬는데 얼마나
So the pastor's wife gave her the answer, but Satan probably wanted her to give up.
하늘의 부모님이 미안합니다. 나는 더 이상 이제
So Heavenly Parent gave her a test.
없습니다. 이런
And then,
기도를
during a One Heart Resonance prayer session, she offered a prayer saying, I can't do this anymore. I am too tired, too exhausted. Then Heavenly Parent gave her a message, do not let go of my hands. I will never let go of your hands.
하늘 부모님의 품으로 안겨주시는 그런
And Heavenly Parent embraced her.
받고
After receiving such grace,
하늘 부모님께서 항상 나와 함께 하시는구나.
she was able to realize that Heavenly Parent was always with her.
그 말씀이잖아요.
This is what True Mother is emphasizing to us all the time.
우리와 함께 하신다.
Heavenly Parent is with us.
하늘 부모님 항상 함께
Heavenly Parent is always with us.
하더라도 더 우리 가정을
And even more than me,
보고 계시는구나.
even more than I, He is giving more love to my family.
나보다도 우리 가정을
I love my family until now. But Heavenly Parent who loves my family more than I. So what does it mean when Heavenly Parent says, don't let go of my hand? She had a very good interpretation of it, an accurate interpretation of it, to consistently attend Cheonshim Won visual devotion. So, continuing to offer devotion, she eventually reached 450, and then there was a miracle. Do you know what happened? Our President Sakwa, leader Sakwa, he says he forgets inspiration within 30 seconds, so he takes notes. So, I too emphasize that if you receive any inspiration or message from heaven, note it down. So even if I receive a divine message, if I don't write it down, I forget it the next day. So you too, if you receive messages, then you should have that habit of writing it down. So Heavenly Parent gave her a revelation. Gave them a miracle. The eldest daughter returned to the church and received the General 40-day workshop and the 18th spirituality workshop. And through the works of healing, her headache sort of disappeared, and she was able to pass, how do I say, sort of the high school equivalence exam, both in Korea and Japan. And after the 700th visual devotion, there was an accident with the sun, and she also thought that this had providential meaning. And after talking to her son, she convinced him to enter a 40-day spirituality workshop and then a general workshop as well. And she was able to reconcile with her husband, which she couldn't do for 5 years. So we too must sort of know how many visual devotions we attended. 300, 500, you must know. So when 100 visual devotions passed, what happens? The Cheonshim Won was renamed to Cheonshim Won. And on the 300th visual devotion, to the continental leaders, the crystal Cheonshim Wons were given to the continental leaders. And on the 480th visual devotion, the world leaders here in this Cheonshim Won Palace, in the morning we would have educational programs. And until 3 in the morning, we would have visual devotion and educate about the providence of Cheonshim Won. And all the churches of the world, the 2,300 churches of the world, were blessed to be given Cheonshim Won. We remember this. So in Africa, they're saying now they have churches in 117 churches. How long has it been? 4 years until this happens. If we know the true value of Cheonshim Won, it doesn't take 4 years. If we know the value of Cheonshim Won, then all 2,300 churches of the world will be connected. And we will show our church is praying like this. See our faith, see our passion. And showing how we offer praise. We should ask, look at our belief, look at our praise. And if we become such a church, how good would that be? Aju? If words fall, words are at least supposed to be fulfilled within 3 months. But as we weren't able to do that,
어려움을 겪어왔습니다.
We've always experienced difficulty. Now we are to
완전히 새롭게
truly unite and become one and have a new start.
천심원이 희망이다.
Cheonshim Won is hope.
선물이다.
Cheonshim Won is the gift. Cheonshim Won
해결할 수 없는 문제를
solves problems that cannot be solved by human
반드시 이루어진다.
power alone.
이 말씀을
Cheonshim Won prayer will be fulfilled.
아유고 우리 일본 선교사님께서 다 이루어서
Our Japanese missionary Sase Ayoko fulfilled these words
정말 감동적으로 결론했습니다.
and had a very touching and moving conclusion.
정리되는
Although
과정임을
there'll be many things in the future, I'll believe that everything is a process
믿는다는 마음으로 생이다
and have gratitude. And like mother, until
천심원과
my last breath, I'll become one
합니다. 이런
with heavenly parents
참
and walk this path of the will. She gave us such a testimony.
미츠 분원장님께서
And today, branch leader Sakwa Takamitsu
아프리카에서 얼마나 열심히 천심원을
gave us
하고 있는지 여러분
the Hyojung report, and you heard how diligently he's working for the Cheonshim Providence in Africa.
아버님의 음성도 들었다고 해서
The churches in Africa are becoming alive and connect with the main branch online and try to educate the African members of Mind and Body Unity.
놀라운 역사가
And if this devotion continues, truly the works of the substantial Holy Spirit will occur.
성령의 역사로 부활된 사도들에 의해서 기독교
Today, in our Hundoke,
없었습니다.
True Parents' words, we read this.
그러니까 시대는 발전하고 변하는데 거기에 맞추어
Christianity started with the resurrection of the apostles by the works of the Holy Spirit, but there was no substance.
시대는 발전하고 변하는데 거기에 맞춰서 만족될 수 있는
And
영적 기반이
there was no spiritual foundation that could
인간의 머리에서
that could satisfy the changes of time.
생명들을 가두고 그러한 체제와
Oh wow.
조직을 만들어서 여기에서만 살라는 식으로 강요했습니다. 그 과정에서 사제들이 많은 잘못을 했습니다. 이런 기독교에 대한 결론을 내렸습니다. 따라서 우리는 사람의 머리에서 나오는 것만을 가지고
Excuse me. So,
우리 식구들의 영혼을 가두어서는 안 되는 거예요.
we must not trap the spirits of our members
통해서
with what arises from our heads.
역사를 통해서 아버님 집무실을
Through Cheonshim Won devotion, through the amazing works of the substantial Holy Spirit,
때에 우리는 모든 어려움을 극복하고
and when we receive grace from true Father and move forward,
하늘나라 반드시 이루어지게 될
we
것입니다.
could fulfill that dream of heavenly parents, that kingdom of heaven on earth.
사랑이라 그랬는데 우리
How are we to bring about that heaven? It is to love the people of the world. Or Sakwa Takamitsu, branch leader,
보이고 있다고 저는
I believe he is a model of showing loving everyone in this world.
지상 천국 이루어집니다.
If we have more people like him, then heaven on earth will come about.
열정적으로 기도하는 시간 되시기를 바랍니다.
May tonight
감사합니다.
be a passionate night of prayer. Thank you very much.
오늘도 너무나 귀한 말씀을 해주신 우리 이성 천심 원장님께 다시 한번
Let us offer another great round of applause to President Lee Gi-sung for those great words.